Hi everyone. I want to step you through uploading data into PATRIC. This is often a place where people who use PATRIC run into trouble not waiting until their data has uploaded sufficiently. So I thought I'd step you through it today so that you can see what it takes and figure out where to put your data. Now, when you're within any service within PATRIC, if I go up into services, and let's say I click on our new assembly service, if I start uploading data here, it will automatically be tagged as the proper data that needs to go into this service. But you may not want to do that. You may want to create a folder in your workspace and do something new with your data. So you may want to upload a bunch of data all at once into PATRIC. So let's step through exactly how one would go about that. So let's click on the Workspaces tab here. And I'm going to click on Home. And yes, you're going to see my private workspace, which has a lot of junk in it. If I wanted to create a new folder to house certain data, I could click here. And if you notice, it generates a pop-up window asking me the name of my folder, the name of my data. So I'll call this Symbiont data. Okay. So now I've got to find that folder now that I've created it. So I can scroll down. I could actually do a control find, but of course it's more embarrassing for everybody to see how messy my workspace is. So here's my Symbiont data. I click on the folder and it says this folder is empty. So let's upload some data into it. So I click on this icon at the top right of the box called Upload to Folder. So let's click on that, and that opens a pop-up window that gives me access to, that will give me access to my computer. At this point, let me point out that within PATRIC, your data, if you're going to use it within any of the services, it has to be tagged appropriately. PATRIC isn't going and looking at your FASTQ files and saying, oh, these are FASTQ files. It needs to have it be tagged. So if I was going to upload FASTQ files, which would be the read files that one would use for assembly or taxonomic classification or RNA-seq or TN-seq or the variation service, I would need to have those things tagged. And so clicking on that box, you can see all the different types of data that you have here. So I would have them tagged as reads. So let's click on reads. And it tells me, pay close attention to this. Reads must be in FASTA or FASTQ format, typically .FASTA, .fa.FASTA, or .FASTQ. Now, we've recently had some problems with researchers from PATRIC who had not assembled, not reads, but actual contigs, and they were confused, and they changed the contigs and marked them as reads. So if you do that, you can certainly submit it to a service, but the service is going to fail because once it starts to run, it says, hey, I'm looking for reads, and these aren't reads, they're contigs. So make sure that you have it typed correctly, that it's tagged correctly, and also that you're uploading what it actually is. So now I'm going to click on the select files. And let's see, I created a new folder, reads for testing, on my computer. And here are two reads that I want to upload. So first I'm going to upload one of them, okay? And I'm going to open that. And then I see it here. I could upload them both, but I'm just going to upload one first. So I click Start the Upload. Now look down here at the bottom of the page. This is the upload monitor, and it's showing me that it's taking a long time to upload these reads. This is a very large file, so it's going to take some time to upload the reads, but not as long as it took me to download them from the European Nucleotide Archive this morning. If you submit a job before the reads have finished uploading, that job right now in PATRIC will fail. We're putting in some changes so that it will wait until the reads have totally uploaded, but we haven't done that yet. So until that time, please pay close attention to the upload monitor. We'll wait a few more seconds. Notice that it tells me that I have the one, that one of the uploads is in progress, 0 are completed, and the percent complete. So we're at about 50% complete right now. And look here, this is the workspace where the data is uploading. Right now it says that the size is 0 because it's not completed yet. So this is this monitor is important if you're uploading things directly to the workspace, or if you're going, uploading it directly at the job, which I'll show in a few minutes. If you're uploading it there from one of the services, you still have to pay attention to the upload monitor, or you run the risk of your job failing. So just keep waiting. It'll be here very soon. And I'm going to show you something else to pay attention to as well. As soon as this is totally uploaded, we're counting down to the end of it. Maybe I should have gotten a smaller file here. All right. So sometimes I might have to reload the page up here. So I can see sometimes it takes a few minutes for the data to be indexed, but I know that the reads are complete. So I'm going to click the read, upload this page. I feel pretty confident, even though it says 0 bytes, that it's still good and that we have data here. But while we wait for this, let me just show you, I want to go into services, and let's say I was going to do an assembly with this data. Now that I've uploaded it, I should see the thing I most recently uploaded clicking here on this bar. It tells me that that is that data, so I'll find it right away. And I'm in assembly, it's looking for reads, so it's looking across my workspace, and it's looking for all the read files. And this is a zipped file. PATRIC can take both the FASTQ files and the FASTQ gzipped files. So I'd be able to click on that and then enter one pair of the reads. So I want to go back to my workspace because I want to show you what happens when you don't tag the data and how to fix that. So I want to go back to, sorry about the scrolling. I hate it when people do that myself. I should have named the file A data so you'd all see it. Still not showing totally loaded, but I still have confidence that it is. So I want to upload the other pair of this read. Okay, and I'm going to leave it as unspecified right now. So I want to select the file, and unfortunately it's going to be another big file. So I click open and then start that upload. And you notice right now with the type, it says unspecified. So I know their reads, you know their reads, but PATRIC does not know that it's reads yet. So I'm going to show you how to fix that when you run into this problem. And once again, we're going to have a little bit of wait. Check the upload monitor here. We're going to experience a little bit of wait while we wait for this file to upload and for it to get to be 100%. Even though the slides, the size still says 0, I feel good about this upload. And I'm not going to be submitting any jobs with this data right away. This is just to show you how to do the uploads. While this upload is continuing, there's one other thing I wanted to point out. PATRIC, the workspace, can be used for a variety of things. You know, we can store your read files, your config files, but we can also store other things in PATRIC. You can share your workspace. You can have a group workspace that you share among colleagues in your labs or even students in a class, and you can put documents into that workspace. So I'm going to show you how to do that. While we're waiting for this one to upload, let's click Upload to Folder, and I'm going to, well, here I can do a PDF because there is a PDF file that I wanted to upload that goes with this. And there it is, this particular full file, and open it and start the upload. So now I'll have 2 things uploading simultaneously. And one is the PDF loaded right away. The FASTQ files are still continuing. So you can see that if you're all working on analyses together, you can put Excel files in here, you can put Word documents in here, you can put in PowerPoint documents, all sorts of things that you can do. So you can create a workspace that can be shared across a number of people, and you can store all the data here. It can work as your virtual laboratory notebook. So I know that this one, remember, we classified it as reads, and this one was as unspecified. So let's see what that looks like. Let's go back to assembly. Look at the ones I just created. And so there's this one, but the mate pair isn't there. And when I look for it, it's not there. So what do? This is something that commonly happens to users when they load things directly into their workspace. Often it's not mapped, it's not tagged specifically. So let's go back to the workspace so I can show you how to fix that when that happens to you. Once again, I apologize for all the scrolling, but you can see that I am a devoted PATRIC user and that I use it for all of my research needs. So click on this, and this is the one. You notice when I click on this row, it highlights things in the vertical green bar, and it allows me to it's trying to figure out what downstream processes I can do with this job. I can download it, I can delete it, I can copy it, I can move it, or I can edit the type. Another way to edit the type is here. Let's look at this one. Edit type, you see that it's marked as reads. This one, edit type, it's marked as unspecified. If I click on that down arrow, it opens the box up and makes it active. Now I have to click on a down arrow again, and this time I'll call it reads. And then I have to save it. Okay, so now it's typed as reads. It tells me that I created it on this date at this time, and this is where it is within my workspace. So now let's go back to services. Once again, let's pretend we're going to do an assembly. I click here. Here is the first pair of the reads, and now I see the second pair. And now I have the matched set, and I can go forth and run my analysis. So that's a quick method that I wanted to show you on uploading data, which you could also do by clicking there, uploading data into PATRIC, and also we talked about changing the type and getting the correct type. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.